Hi everybody, thanks so much for watching my video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Today I'm doing a tutorial on my peace sign design. And I'm going to do it in mini form because I already have one wall hanging made. And I want to use up the scraps that were left over from it. The free pattern includes how to convert the pattern to make the mini I'm making or a 70 by 74 quilt. Well, it'll be typed 7.5 inch B is background, 4-inch color, and 7.5 inch background again. That's how it'll be written out for each row. And all you have to do is sew them vertically, one end to the other, using 1/4 inch seam allowance. That's row 1. Now I can put it aside and lay them all out next to each other, or I can sew them together as I make them. So what I'll probably do here is go ahead and sew them together as I go. So for the next row I need, we're on row 2, I like to cover up the row that I've done. That way I'm looking at the top of the page and it shows what row I'm working on. So it says 6.5. Let's see, 6.5 and 6.5, so that's 2. 6.5 for the backgrounds. Now this is for the mini, so don't worry about the measurements. Pay attention to the pattern, not what I'm saying. So it's 6.5, 6.5, and a 6-inch color piece. Since I used a dark, I'd like to use a light. Next. Okay. Sew these guys together end to end. Good to good. Whoops. Since the top and bottom are the same size pieces, I'll go ahead and just put a pin in my number 1 row so I know the top and the orientation. These are going to be real tight rows. When I sew, I like to pull down the seam, because that way when I sew the next row on, it won't get flipped over because of my plate here. Keep everything going in the down direction. Now every 4 rows, every 4 or 5 rows, you're going to want to switch directions and sew from the bottom end upward to prevent bowing of the fabric, because it will bow. With all the stitches, stretches out the fabric and it'll end up bowing in one direction. So definitely make sure I'm going to do every 5. That's what I did for the original. If you want, you can mark your pattern, like on 5, put a spot or a arrow or something, and then at 10, same thing. So now I've row 2 down, and I'm going to go to row 3. I will be ironing this always to row 1 side. That way everything's going in the same direction. And it'll lay flatter that way. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and keep sewing and putting together until after row 14. We're going to do the stripe in the middle of the peace sign, and I'll be back to show you that. Okay, so I have the first half sewn, and now I'm going to take my scraps and start sewing them end to end. No matter what size you make this, you need the center strip to be 3 times as wide as your strips. So I'll need 3 1.5 inch strips, and I like to do it, you know, mix and match and just use up all my scraps. I won't use any of the background fabric, of course. So I'm going to get busy, sew them end to end, and get 3 rows made up. Okay, so I've sewn my 3 strips together, and I have paid attention to the last row, the middle section of the first side, so I didn't have anything that was really on top of each other. I've got these 2, but that's not bad. So I'll sew this on quilt. I've made the tops there all the same length, 2 inch for this one, but so all I have to do is sew it together. Now this quilt can really be a one-day project. If you have all day and you really enjoy sewing all day. And with all the downtime that we all have now, it's a good time to make it. So I'm going to finish up. I'm going to continue sewing my right side. And then I'll put it together and trim up the ends. I'm going to have to add the background to both sides, and I'll be back. So I've sewn 2 strips together and another 2 strips together for the sides. Now you can make this one solid piece, but I just wanted to keep all the lines vertical. You can do the same thing for the center. If you want to make this one fabric, that's fine too. If you want to use one fabric for the whole peace sign, whatever you prefer, it will be right for you. So I'm going to sew these on the side, and then I'll trim it up. Okay, it's all trimmed up and finished. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial as much as I've enjoyed making it for you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Also, please like, share, comment, and subscribe for more free quilt patterns and tutorials. Have an awesome day.